What is up guys, it's TMG here, and today I'm going to be showing you my favorite players from FIFA 16 thus far. I'm actually very excited to show you this video for you guys. These players have been amazing for me, and I really want to show this because hopefully you guys can use some of these guys, or at least have the same experiences that I have with these players. And we're also going to start off with the 4-3-3-4 formation. That has been my favorite formation and my most successful one in FIFA 16. Now, this is not going to be like a chemistry team, not necessarily like a team to use. It's kind of going to be like a team of the year type of thing, where it's like my best defenders, best midfielders, best forwards. So to kick things off, in goal, we of course have to go with the man Samir Handanovic. Now he does, I believe, yeah, he has 2 informs you can see here. And his second inform, 91 diving, 90 reflexes, 90 positioning, 87 handling. And he's also 6'4", and he's got a long throw on him. So definitely a huge player, and I mean, I've been using his regular card and it's still amazing. Then right back, we're actually going to go with something that's actually a little bit different. I don't think you guys would expect him. It's going to be Daniel Opara. This guy has been very good for me. He's been in my starter team, so pretty much since like mid-October, like a few weeks after FIFA 16 came out, and he has been the most consistent right back that I've used. He's got great pace, he's just got decent dribbling, decent defending, decent physical, and he's really good at crossing the ball. He has this knack for just finding people in the box, and he just gets back even though he has medium defensive work rates. It's really odd how really good he is for such a low rating, and right now he is definitely my favorite right back to use. Moving on to the center backs, at one of them we're going to go with the inform Manolas. Now usually the informs are supposed to be better than the regular cards, and this Manolas card is no different. His inform is absolutely amazing. I've used him in foot drafts, and you know how people like sub on the Ronaldos, the Messis, if it doesn't really fit with chem. I sub on Manolas when it doesn't fit with chem, and it is definitely worth it. He is the best defender I've used. He is so he's a rock at the back. Nothing gets through with him, and he has medium high work rates as well. Fairly pacey. 82 pace for a defender is very good. 87 defending, 84 physical, just a top-notch defender. And then with the other center back, we're going to go with Laporte. Now with him, I'm actually preferring his regular card, not his inform. I think his inform is actually worse than his regular card for some reason. So his regular card, again, just like Manolas, he's a beast at the back, nothing gets through, but he also steps up and actually kind of intercepts the ball. So if someone's in front of him, if a player's in front of him, he tends to step around him and actually intercepts the ball, which a lot of center backs don't do. And finishing off the defenders for the left back, we're going to go with Alexandro. This guy, again, just super good, just like Opari, just very consistent. There is one thing though, what I do like about him. He actually can maneuver around the defense. He can actually get through a few players actually and actually score goals. He can maneuver through defense and score goals, which is unlike anything I've seen from an outside back. So that is something very special about him. So be sure to try out these guys in defense, especially Manolas. He's been my favorite, and that's going to finish off the defense. Now we're actually going to move on to the midfielders, and at the right center mid, of course, we have to go with Roman Aremenko, my favorite person of FIFA 16 so far, my favorite player. I have been talking about this guy for so long, and I've addressed this in some past videos recently. Like, no player is as good as him. It's actually unreal. 77 pace, 77 shooting, 83 passing, 80 dribbling. He's tall, he's 6'1", he's physical, he has strength. He has everything you would want. He is perfect. Moving on to the other center mid spot, it's actually going to be kind of a surprise again. It's going to be the defensive mid, Lassana Diarra. Now this guy, he does have an inform. I have not tried his regular card. I've been using his inform in foot drafts a lot. It's actually very good. You wouldn't think how good, you wouldn't really think he's that good, because he has 72 physical. I mean, he has decent pace, good defending, but he's 72 physical. He's only 5'8", so you really think he wouldn't be a good defensive mid. He is amazing. He honestly is amazing. He gets all around the pitch. He's very aggressive as well, so he can step in front of players, makes the right tackle. He's very good at passing, very good at dribbling. Just a fantastic center defensive mid. And then finally, to finish off the midfielders, we're going to go with the center attacking mid, a strange one, Remy Cabella. This guy is actually my second favorite player And actually, you know what? I misspoke about Yarmolenko like being like the best player by far. Capella is the same level as Yarmolenko. That's how good he is. The only reason I have Yarmolenko over Capella is because Yarmolenko has just saved my ass so many times. But so has Capella, actually. Capella has as well, and if he keeps doing that, he might top my list as my favorite players. This guy is unreal. I mean, you can see here is 82 pace, 85 dribbling, so he can maneuver around the defense very well. He has good agility and good balance. But his shooting, is what really surprised me. I mean, this is just in Division 1. I played 30 games with him, and he has, I think, 33 goals. As a center attack mid and a center forward, not as a striker, he finds a way to just score goals. I cannot explain it. I don't know how he gets in the positions that he does, but he just scores goals whenever he wants. And like, they're not just like sweaty goals either. They're actually like distant shots, like 18-yard, 20-yard shots. He actually makes those very often. Moving on to the attackers at the right wing spot, of course, we have to go with one of my favorite players. I just did a review on him, Candreva. This guy has just been so good. His crossing is very good. Him and Higuain have like one of the best hookups I've ever seen for like crossing and heading the ball for goals. Their record for it is, I think, every time he's crossed it, except for like 3 times, it's resulted in a goal or a shot on target. It's insane how good Candreva is at crossing. You can see here 86 pace, 81 shooting, 82 passing, 85 dribbling. You can put him at cam as well. Like if you had those stats at cam, people would be losing their minds. So definitely try him at cam. You can put him at striker, center mid, just pretty much anywhere from midfield up, and he will do the trick for you. Moving on to the left wing, and this one's kind of interesting because I have not played with a left winger that is really deserving of like the best left winger, my favorite left winger in FIFA 16. I mean, I have Inform Musso, who I play with for my starter team. I mean, he's good, but he's not like fantastic or anything. And I've tried Konoplyanka. I honestly think he's overrated. He's not that great. So instead of having a left winger here, we are going to go with Seydou Doumbia. This guy, I cannot stress enough how good this guy is. And we're going to go with the Russian League team just because of that hookup he has with Yarmolenko. This guy is just so good. He's so clinical. He only has 79 shooting, but it's unreal how clinical he actually is. In fact, Mad HD Gamer just said in a few videos ago, like in the past week or 2 weeks or so, that he said Doumbia was his favorite player, and I can also vouch for that. That's insane how good Doumbia is. 42 appearances, 39 goals, 17 assists for him is, I think, the stats that I have for him. Finally, finishing off the starting 11, the best striker in FIFA 16, in my opinion, my favorite striker. It's going to be Luis Suarez. It always had to be Luis Suarez. This guy is absolutely insane. He has 5 informs as well. And the last time I checked, this may be wrong, the last time I checked, his 5th and 4th inform were less expensive than his 3rd. So if you find anything like that, be sure to buy him. But Suarez is just so good. He can obviously finish. He's obviously a great finisher. He can do free kicks. He has got 4-star skills. He's got great dribbling. He's got decent pace. He's positioning. I've never seen anyone with better positioning than Suarez. He just gets in the right positions. I mean, it honestly blows my mind. I've done videos on him, not on him, but with like a foot draft, and he gets like 8 goals in 3 or 4 games. He always performs extraordinarily well for me. Now, I think it would be a little unfair if I didn't include at least a subs bench, because a lot of these players from the subs bench could actually replace these guys, or at least some of these guys, in the starting 11. So in the subs bench for goal, actually, we're going to start out with Ralph Farman. This guy has been super good for me in my starter team, and I keep using him. He is so good. He also has an inform, which I used a few times in the foot draft, and I don't think I conceded more than 3 goals in the entire foot draft, which I won. So 4 games, only conceded 3 goals, and his inform is absolutely amazing, and his regular card is too. I mean, if he gets a 2nd or 3rd inform, I'll probably buy that. But for now, his regular inform, or his regular card, is just good. He's actually on the same level as Handanovic. However, Handanovic has the long throw, which is why I have him in the starting 11. But if Farman had that long throw, he would be in there over Handanovic. Moving on, we are going to go with 2 defenders next, and the first one is going to be Castan. Now, this guy has been a bit of a surprise because, I mean, you wouldn't really think he'd be like like top notch. I mean, he'd be like a good defender. He's 82 overall, which is not bad. But I've paired him up in a team with the regular mana loss, and Castan outperforms them every single game. Castan is unbelievable. Mana loss's inform is better, which is why I have him in the starting 11 instead of Castan. But Castan, if he gets an inform, I'm buying that. I would be the first one to buy that because Castan is insane. Moving on to the last defender and my favorite players from FIFA 16 so far is going to be Kabasele. Now this guy, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but he is also in my starting team. He's a non-rare 73 overall silver, and he is insane. I mean, my favorite defender of all time, just ever, is the Team of the Season Silver Van Beek from FIFA 15, and Kabasele is pretty much just like him. He has low high work rates, he's 6'2", which is pretty much just like Van Beek, and he's got decent stats as well, but that low high work rate with a very tall height with decent pace as well, no one gets through with him. No one honestly gets through. It's insane how good he is. Moving on, we are going to go with the newly transferred to the Chinese league actually, so you cannot get him in packs anymore, Freddie Guarin. I have used his inform a few times in the foot draft, which is very good, but I was really impressed with his regular card. Amazing launch shots. He's very strong. I'm not sure he has 4-star skill moves. He does not, unfortunately, but he has high work rate, so he can get forward, he can get back. Again, long shots. I'm going to keep stressing that because he has hit a ridiculous amount of long shots. He has hit my best one of FIFA 16 so far. I'm pretty sure I was like 35 yards out and he banged it top corner off of a volley. So Guarin, top shooter, top passer, top defender, pretty much everything you would want in a midfielder. Moving on, we are going to go with the newly upgraded Gonzalo Higuain. In fact, yeah, I'm going to use his upgraded card because it honestly feels like he's an 86 or maybe even an 87 overall. His positioning is unreal, his finishing is unreal. On his 84 overall card, he had 88 finishing and like 89 positioning. On his 84, so his non-upgraded card. For his upgraded card, I haven't checked, but it's probably like 89, 90 for positioning and finishing. And for his 89 overall inform, it's in the mid-90s. And it's, the last time I checked, it was like 150k. So it's definitely gonna be worth it. This guy just absolutely gets in the right positions. His positioning is just like Suarez. It's impeccable. It's unreal how much he can get into the correct position. And because of that, he always puts away a good amount of goals. For the last inform of my favorite players this year, we're gonna go with the second inform, Max Kruse. Now this card has been so good for me. I actually did a review on him, and I remember I hitting the post like 3, 4, maybe 5 times. I don't know if it was that much, but he hit the post so often. And after that review, actually, he stopped hitting the post and just started putting away goals left and right, top bins, like 25 yards out. It's insane. You can play him at striker or at cam or at center forward, like his card is, and he is amazing. Now for my last favorite player in FIFA 16 thus far, it's honestly going to be kind of interesting. I mean, it is the best player in FIFA 16. It's going to be Lionel Messi. This guy, I mean, he's the best player in the game. Like, he is 94 overall. He is the highest rated player in the game. You would expect him to be the best player in the game, and he is. He is just so much fun to use, again, like Kruse. He is unreal to use. He is amazing. He's so much fun. I think for like my second or third goal ever in FIFA 16 was like a 25-30 yard curling effort from Messi into the side netting. And he's so much fun to use. And I've used Ronaldo, I've used Bale, just Neymar, like all those guys. Messi tops them all. It's honestly not even close. So in FIFA 16, and for my personal preference, Messi is better than Ronaldo. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna get like a lot of hate for that in the comments because people didn't hear me say in FIFA 16. They're still probably gonna think I'm like a Messi fanboy or something, but that is going to be it for my favorite players and the best players in FIFA 16 thus far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now I'm going to do kind of like a top 5 type of thing, just like right now, real quick, just kind of point out the players that I really want you guys to try. They're going to be, and this isn't like a top 5. I just said it was like a top 5. It is not like a top 5 thing. It's just like the 5 players that I really want you guys to use. And they're going to be in no particular order. It's going to be Doumbia, Cabela, Aramenko, Higuain, and Cavaselli. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be hesitant to use Cavaselli because he is a non-rare 73 overall silver guy, and he's not in a great league, but you can pair him up with Shamanga, which is also in my starter team. I did a video on that, I believe, as well, and they are both amazing. Cavaselli, obviously, standout guy, but all of these guys are insane. Cabela and Aramenko, I have to stress again, best players, FIFA 16, without a doubt. So that's going to finish up the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. This has been DMG. Peace.